Hello YouTube, welcome back to Pokemon Route 33 and wherever he's at.
I am in, I actually don't remember the name of the town, but I just beat Bugsy in the last episode, so I'm finna grind up all this episode, so you're probably gonna catch up.
Alright, and yeah. Oh, hey, I can collect these apricorns again.
Yeah, I got the timer started, so if you're already moving, you're good to go. Yeah, so we were just talking about the Pokemon anime. How long did you watch it? Like, how far did you get?
See, that's a bit weird, because I think I fell out of it somewhere in Johto, but I mean, that's when I was young, and I don't really remember all the billion episodes I watched.
Yeah. Johto sounds pretty early.
Yeah, a part of it may have been the show switching stations, too.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I was watching it when it was on, like, Fox Kids or whatever, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, nah. I was just thinking, I'm
right
like...
right when Digimon and Pokemon aired back-to-back.
Ah, the good old days. Yeah, okay. I don't know how far I got either. I think I got to Sinnoh, but I didn't watch Sinnoh. I think that's when I fell off. I want to go back and watch a lot of the old Pokemon, except for 5th Gen. I don't want to watch 5th Gen.
I don't know, but it is a lot of filler.
Yeah, no. I don't like the... I don't know. I tried to watch 5th Gen last year at one point in time, because I like 5th Gen as a game, Black and White and Black and White 2, but I immediately was turned off. Like, I turned it on and immediately, like, just had the feeling that, like, I would not enjoy it. X and Y is good, though. Well, if you like, you know, I would say overall X and Y is a good game, a good series. From what I've seen, they have some really good fights, really well animated fights in X and Y.
No, the villain team's motivation's a bit flat, but eh.
Oh well, yeah, no. X and Y as a game, like as a generation, I don't like. Like, it is one of my least favorite generations overall.
Well, the only other games in it are the Omega Alpha remakes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if we're not counting the gameplay, I mean, the remakes, just like if you have just Red, Blue, you count those, and you don't count Fire Red, Leaf Green, or anything like that. Like,
also, X and Y didn't get any sort of sequel or special edition either.
I don't think it. No, I think if it got a sequel, I think if it got a platinum version, just like Gold, Silver, Crystal, Emerald, I think if it got one of those, if Pokemon Z was a thing, I think it would have been slightly better. Because they left a...
Yeah, but then you also have the thing where it's like, why do we have to wait for the sequel or special edition to get most of the cool features?
I mean... Did I catch my Shaman over here? No,
I mean, that's the thing. Like, in hindsight, that's kind of what they did, is they kind of, like, okay, you release the game. Now, how long do you make an Ultra whatever version with, you know, the missing features, but a worse story?
I mean, you think that the remakes have a worse story?
Well, not the remakes, but I mean, like, usually, like, Black and White 2 and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, by comparison to the game they're a sequel of.
See, now I've never played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Well, I mean, generally though, like the stories, just because you're kind of doing the same region, and it's just like they're kind of stuck in the same setting, so they have a bit less room to really make anything overly creative.
Yeah, I think it's a better, from what I've seen of it, I think it's a better story than Sun and Moon. I just think it's also too similar to Sun and Moon.
I mean, I'm just going based on, like, because people said the exact same thing with Black and White 2, where it's just like the overall, like, the single player campaign is a bit more streamlined and less in depth, just from going all the same places all over again and stuff.
Yeah, I guess, but I would say in hindsight, when Black and White 2 came out, I hated it. 5th Gen, for a long time, I didn't like.
Yeah, the general consensus, there's... Oh, go on, actually.
Yeah, but now, I think 5th Gen is amazing. Like, story-wise, because it's the only game so far that we have Well, I guess technically red, blue, and then gold and silver, but it's an actual sequel. Like, it's a direct sequel from the first game.
Yeah, I mean, black and white themselves, I mean, aside from the fact that the whole philosophy is just a big red herring, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a bit weird, but I mean, I do think it's a little, what's the word? Not bad, but just that it thinks too highly of itself a little bit in its writing. But
okay.
Yeah, like it's not inherently bad, but definitely, it definitely thinks it's a bit more philosophical than it is.
I guess.
Especially when they, and then they throw that out the window when it turns out to be a red herring at the end.
Yeah, but I mean, I would say that maybe that's what I like about the game, is that it's inherently tries to put itself into a position where, not inherently, but it tries to put itself into a position where it does seem deeper than it actually is. I think the other games are, I mean, 4th Gen is my favorite, but I think generally speaking, almost all the other Pokemon games are very shallow when it comes to any type of thought from the evil villain. Like, Team Rocket wanted money, which I think theirs are the most realistic. That's why they're my favorite. But what'd you finna say?
I was gonna say, like, why do people like these days are like a bit too quick to dismiss the old style Saturday morning cartoon villain. Like, sometimes it's fun to just have a bad guy who's just evil.
Yeah, but even in, well, I don't think Pokemon even stuck with that.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, the Pokemon didn't because they tried to go, like, more philosophical in later games, but I'm just saying, like, it's, people tend to be a bit too harsh on that.
Well, no, so, I would love a villain, personally, I would love a villain who's evil for the sake of being evil. Like, not much of a plot, or
well, that's what the, like, the, not Jesse and James Team Rocket, but the, typical Team Rocket grunt. Is.
And that's why I love Team Rocket. Team Rocket makes sense. Like, Team Rocket, oh, we want money, so this is what we're doing. Like, we're a mafia. I'm a mafia. Like, part of when I made my channel, I was thinking about Team Rocket. I was like, Pokemon, Team Rocket, Mafia. Like, it all made sense to me. And so,
I forget if I encountered a wild Pokemon before this Pokemon and killed it.
Wait, you already killed the Pokemon?
I forget, because I was fighting Team Rocket. I forget if I saw an actual wild Pokemon before I did any of the Team Rocket battles.
I don't think you even went into the Team Rocket cave last episode.
No, not last video. I meant this video. Like, I went in and I did battles. I forget if any of them were wild Pokemon.
Oh.
How close to the entrance is the first Team Rocket member?
Oh wow. You have to go in the entrance, and then you have to go
forward. But I don't think any Pokemon appear in that first little room. But
no, they don't. They don't appear in the first room.
And I think it's close enough that it's possible I didn't encounter anyone, but I might have.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you've already fought your Team Rocket person, you most likely didn't encounter it.
All right.
Because you haven't mentioned anything like you're encountering a Pokemon.
Well, we've been too into this anime conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't know. I guess once the timer goes up, we can check the record. I can check the recording and then
yeah, and we can
toss it out if it turns out to be illegitimate or whatever.
Yeah, let's say push comes to shove, we can just toss it if you killed your first encounter.
Plus, I don't even know if I'm one-hit KOing it yet.
Oh, you're gonna one-hit KO whatever you encounter.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter.
I have wild shamans. So that's fun.
I did find an ice heal on this rock.
Which rock?
There's a rock. There's a dead end and there's a rock.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was about to say, I know that's the one that I got, but I didn't know there was
it's such an obvious spot to put an item.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any. Cause I want to get as many hidden items as I can, because I haven't gotten anything good. Like, I haven't got any amazing item yet, and normally my luck is pretty good. Like, at one point I got 3 master balls, I got 3 Master Balls in one
Oh.
playthrough.
Well then.
Yeah, it was fun times, fun times. So normally my luck is pretty okay. But it doesn't really feel like it so far. I wasn't able to catch either one of my legendaries. I don't have any Master Balls. Like, my luck now feels pretty mediocre.
Eh.
Ooh, a Poliwrath.
Randomized runs can be rough sometimes.
Yeah, the RNG guides don't seem like they want to shine down upon me today. Well, this run.
No, I don't know. I kind of want to call them RN gods because the last letter is G in RNG.
Yeah.
The RN gods.
See, I just feel like somebody's gonna hear that and think about nursing.
Oh. Is there a reason for that?
Or registered nurse.
Oh.
RN. My
Well,
mom's RN.
because if I typed it out, I would type it out as RNG all caps, then lowercase OD.
Yeah. I just know when I hear it, like, the first thing I always think of is the nurse, because my mom was a nurse.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know about that abbreviation.
Yeah.
Protect. Fun.
Registered nurse guy.
The way the
AKA
NPCs use it, Protect serves no purpose other than delay the battle.
Oh yeah, because they don't do any strategy.
Yeah, not anything advanced enough to warrant using Protect.
Yeah. If they would have did something like Toxic and then start doing Protect, that would be nice.
Well, I mean, at least it would be interesting.
Yeah, maybe that's a better word. It would definitely be more intriguing to have an AI that actually knows how to work around the battle. Oh
Also,
my God,
in the newest gen, they buffed the bubble, so there's no reason to replace it with water gun now.
yeah, they're both base 40, I think.
Yeah, and then bubble also has a chance to lower speed, and has
Yeah.
more power points.
Yeah, it's just a better move.
Like, they buffed bubble without buffing what originally was the replacement move for it.
Yeah. I noticed that too when I was playing Sun and Moon, I think. I was had a water type.
Yeah, I think it was Sun and Moon they did. Is when I noticed.
Yeah. So yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, oh, replace, and then I noticed they were both 40, and I was like, why would I ever replace this move with water gun?
Yeah, well, I mean, because bubble wasn't always that good.
Yeah, because they buffed, I think they buffed and nerfed tackle before.
Yeah, and that would be interesting with porting Pokemon from Gen 1, because most likely if you played that game, you replaced bubble with water gun, because in that game, water gun is better.
Yeah. Oh
Ooh,
my
sand
gosh.
attack.
Grinding is gonna be such a pain.
Yeah, no XP share here.
When do we get the EXP? Oh, we don't get it until...
Well, even then, it's not the awesome EXP share from the newer game.
Well, yeah, but...
Which I hate how people are like, oh, the new XP share makes the game too easy. It's like, grinding does not add to difficulty. It just wastes your time.
I mean, I would agree and disagree with that statement.
Okay, well, what would you? What in grinding is skill?
Well, okay, so in Pokemon, very little, but it's more so if the time you have to put forth, the time you're willing to put forth, increases the difficulty. And so, for a lot of people, I don't think grinding is a joy. So when you make grinding easier, especially how it is in 6th and 7th gen, when you make it that easy, I never feel like I'm at a point where I have to grind. I never feel like I'm at a point where I'm under leveled. Like right now, just looking through how I've been playing the game in HeartGold Soul Silver, like I got to Bugsy and I was under leveled. So I could say I'm going to spend 50 minutes grinding, or I can just try it. Now, the reason I agree with your statement is because in Pokemon specifically, there's little consequences to your losing. You just lose some money. Like, there's very little consequences to what's going on around you. But in other games, like I would say Fire Emblem or something like
unless
that.
you happen to be in the middle of a damn cave and have to go through all that bull again.
Yeah. But like grinding holds a purpose because if your person dies, or in classic mode, if your person dies, then he's gone. Or like in a Nuzlocke.
I'm trying to think of a good, but I mean, yeah, Nuzlock's a bit different, but they're not designing the games for Nuzlocke runs.
I wish they would.
Yeah, the Nuzlocke is the only scenario where grinding is skill, but that's just because of the gamble of potentially losing your Pokemon.
Yeah. So again, I mean, I did get your point. That's why, like, I agree and disagree. Like, I can see both points of it.
Yeah, but in a normal, like, just Pokemon game, all grinding is you know, taking up your time.
Yeah.
Like,
I did not know you had.
Like, I want to see a Pokemon game where you're just naturally level 100 at the end, meaning the NPCs at the end are also level 100, and you can't level up past them.
You want to see an actual Pokemon game like that?
Yeah, where you actually end the game naturally at 100. Like, you don't need to do... Like, if you just play through the game, you'll end up at 100 at the end, the level curve. And because, you know, with the Elite Four being at 50, you can still level past them if you grind long enough.
Well, what I was really getting more at is there are definitely fan games like that. So.
Yeah, but the trick is, do the fan games make you grind to keep up the level throughout the game, or do they do a good job keeping you at the level if you just you aren't replacing your Pokemon all the time or something?
So I'm playing Pokemon Insurgents, and based off of, I'm doing a Nuzlocke, and I've lost a lot. But based off of how many Pokemon I've lost, and how much I've actually just had to grind, I think they do a good job of, if you kept 6 to 10 party members throughout the entire playthrough, once you got to the Elite Four, I think you would be somewhere around their level.
The whole Nuzlocke thing gets a little weird with fan games because they might have been designed with Nuzlocke in mind.
Well, yeah, see, so that it definitely was. I mean, there's a Nuzlocke mode, there's a randomizer mode, like there's a whole bunch of different modes in the game. And there's also difficulties in the game. You have normal and hard. So, I mean, there's a whole bunch of functions in Insurgents. But, I mean, the way that they design Nuzlocking or grinding, they also have it where if you want to grind, you can. It's not free, but you can pay. You can literally pay for somebody, and you can grind against them. So you don't have the issue of losing a Pokemon. They literally just has a Pokemon do Healing Wish, which kills the Pokemon, and that's all it does. It's an Audino, so it gives you it gives you a ton of experience, and it makes the grinding a lot easier. But you have to have the money for it.
That's a bit strange, but all right. I mean,
well,
compared to, like, just say putting the Pokemon in the daycare and paying for that.
Well, it goes faster than the daycare.
And plus, daycare have the risk of losing moves you really want.
Yeah, so it avoids all of that. But it gets you because the Audino levels up per badge. So, like, I want to say I just got the 8th badge in Insurgents. Spoiler alert to anyone who is watching it. I just got the 8th badge. And, I think that the Audinos are now level 100. So I can pay, like, I don't know, 18,000, let's just say. And I'll go against 3 level 100 Audinos that will eventually all die. So if I ever have a Pokemon that I need to grind up, then I just do that. I mean, it's a ton easier for me just to go and do it that way than to go fight a lot of random level 90 something Pokemon.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not saying that's not a good option to have, but that's kind of more of a workaround than necessarily designing the game to where you just happen to be at the level you need to be just playing the game naturally. Like, that's the goal.
Well, no. So that's what I'm saying. Originally speaking, I think if you just play the game, like, not a Nuzlocke, just naturally through the game, I think your Pokemon will be the correct level.
Yeah, like, it's good to have that in there, but if the game's designed like it should be, you shouldn't need it either, you know?
Yeah.
Like, really, I guess, ideally, you should only need that if you, like, caught a low-level Pokemon and want to get it caught up.
Yeah, and I think it does because once you're, I know I pretty much never feel like my Pokemon are way higher than the Pokemon I'm catching. So like if I have a level 65 Pokemon, I'm probably going against level 60 Pokemons. So if I needed to catch one and grind it up, it wouldn't be way behind anything. And I think their Elite Four ends up being like level 100. Like I think the champion ends up being like a level 100 Pokemon. So, but to be fair, I mean Insurgents is a really different from the regular Pokemon game because you can go over level 100 in Insurgent. I actually don't know what the limit cap is.
Oh, well, if the Elite Four is 100 and you go over 100, that negates the reason why I wanted to get the end at 100.
Yeah. I don't know what the level cap is.
Because the point being is, like, since it would eliminate your ability just to grind past the Elite Four.
Yeah. But I don't think you would... Only reason I know those two factors is because I've watched people play it. So, like, if I never knew those two factors, I would have never tried to do that. I still won't because I hate grinding. But, like, it's just a factor that I know just because I'm watching other people play the game. And they're past the Elite Four. So, I don't know. I think it's difficult to do, though, in a game like Pokemon. Because you so frequently want to change your team.
Yeah. Plus, one thing I really do want to get rid of also is just any of the hidden stat stuff like IVs and EVs. Like, there's friggin' like if you want different stats, pick a different Pokemon. Ideally, it should be designed that way. Because it's just general rule of thumb: the less options you have, the more meaningful the options you have left are. Because being able to change a Pokemon's stats with EVs and IVs devalues the value of base stats a little bit. I mean, it doesn't make them useless. It just means they're a little less. Like, you can make a Pokemon that's base stats wouldn't make it good as a defense Pokemon, but then, you know, just barely not viable, but then the IVs and EVs push it over the edge of being viable for defense, you know? Like a lot of things like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Overall, to be fair, you're right. Overall, you're right. Like, the difference between EVs and IVs in Pokemon can equate to, like, 100 points. Like, EVs, IVs in nature can equate to almost, like, 100-point difference in a certain stat.
And another thing, too, is you also end up with the issue World of Warcraft had, where, yes, they had these specs, and you had the ability to choose different things, but for every role a class played, there was only one viable option, really.
Yeah, so for that, I would say that's why I like IVs and EVs so much.
Well, the thing, to put that back in Pokemon, there's only, like, one or two ideal builds for a given Pokemon anyway. Even with the IVs and EVs in place, everyone tends to grind the same stats with the same Pokemon. And use them,
depends.
I mean, again, it's not strictly, like, literally only one way to use only each Pokemon, but for the most part, you know?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Pokemon naturally lean a certain way, so they don't have a ton of different roles.
And since you already have options with the 600 Pokemon, why can't that be just the choice?
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think for me, and again, we talked about this episode or two ago about me liking competitive Pokemon. For me, the option of having, like, I have a Clefable on my team, which I think is a really good example. Clefable can run, like, 4 different roles because of its abilities and because of its move pool.
Oh, Goldeen's dead.
Oh, what?
Dragon Rage.
Oh, that's how I lost my, what did I lost something to Dragon Rage early on. I forgot what it is now. Oh, that's how I lost Kratos. That's how I lost Kratos. What hit you with Dragon Rage? A Gibble?
Gibble, yeah.
Yeah.
Gibble needs to be banned from early game in the randomizer.
To be fair, I thought it was.
Yeah, shouldn't that be, like, along with, like, Wonder Guard? Like, Dragon Rage shouldn't be allowed early game.
Yeah, I thought I blocked game-breaking moves. That's what I normally do. I normally block early game breaking moves.
Well,
in
I'm not
Wonder
saying you
Guard.
did. Well, I didn't. I don't know that you didn't. Like, I don't know if you did or didn't, or if Dragon Rage is included in that, or.
Oh no, it is. It's included in that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I forgot. I didn't even think about it when it happened to me, and it happened even earlier with me. But normally, I also don't know when they consider you out of early game. Like, they don't designate when that's over with.
In the case of Dragon, well, okay.
That's time too.
Yeah, well,
but I'm in a battle.
I'm running back to the Pokemon Center because I need to. I want to heal up before the gym, and I need to release Goldeen anyway.
Yeah, so you're good. I'm in a battle. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know when they classify early game as being over. I don't know. Like, for me, I have
Dragon
2 badges.
Rage. Like, it should be whenever your about the level your Pokemon stop having only 40 HP.
Well, to be fair, I have like 3 Pokemon with over 40 HP right now.
Well, my Pokemon are somewhat higher level than you, and only one of them doesn't.
Yeah. Well, my Pokemon are almost all fully evolved.
Yeah, well.
Like, I have a legendary. I have, all of my Pokemon are either fully evolved, and then I have 1 legend. So literally everyone but 1 mon on my team has over 40 HP. So, again, but yeah, we can stop right here, and we can end this off, right? You already done? You saved up and everything?
Yeah, pretty much.